Welcome to Fitting and Reading the News 131. In the chat, there's fucking nobody. Again.
Yeah, they'll be along.
Will happen eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So they're coming over. Hello, Debbie Finks.
Hello.
Yep, you're the first person here. Anyway, Flight passengers shocked after woman brings miniature horse onto flight.
But it's a service animal.
Can I get emotional support Clydesdale? Take that on a plane, damn it.
I've been here for 15 minutes, Will. You have a lot of patience. Yeah, the emotional support animal was brought onto the flight and sat with its owner. I just think, why?
People are being stupid.
This may seem harsh, but it was really that bad for you. You may as well just. It was really that bad for you to need your horse. He's going to flight with you. You may as well just stay home. It's going to make life a lot easier for you and the horse.
The problem is, sometimes, like most of the time, the thing's made up anyway.
That's just
a lot of time. There's supposedly these websites you can go to and just register your animal as a quote unquote service animal, and it gives it a nice fancy looking certificate. So.
Here's another thing I just thought. What happens if the horse does his business?
I believe horses are one of the animals that are basically incontinent. And I don't know if you've ever seen a horse shit, but that is nasty.
So yeah, it's not going to be a good experience for the person sitting next to the horse, is it?
Someone's going to have to clean up just I don't know how to describe a horse turd, but...
a mountain of shit, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Getting my horse come onto this flight? Nay.
Shocked travelers couldn't believe their eyes when a woman brought a miniature horse on board a flight. The woman was spotted queuing to check in for an American Airlines flight before bringing her companion on board. American Airlines looked in disbelief as the furry animal trotted down the aisle before calmly taking its seats, according to the Daily Star. Can I get a furry service animal? Probably. Not that it's that hard.
Can I just have a friend as a furry and just register their first?
You already have a friend as a furry.
No, I mean one with actual fursuit. Phantom doesn't have a fursuit. They're too expensive for. Well, yeah, they're.
The unusual traveler even took a pose for photos of the flight's crew as other passengers took selfies with a pony in the background. Even Novak.
My question is this: how the hell did they let a horse onto the flight when some chick last year had to flush her hamster down the toilet?
Different companies, I guess.
Possibly.
I have no clue. Hamsters bite more than horses? I don't know.
Even Novak posted the video of the bizarre scenes on the flight from Chicago, Illinois to Omaha, Nebraska on Twitter. He said at this time, who would like to begin boarding with any active duty, military families, traveling with children under 3, and horses. Another passenger, Amberley Baggage, also spotted the animal in check-in, tweeting there was a small horse in the line in the airport today. I'm so curious about a hashtag awardee.
I'm waiting for the emotional support elephant. Fit that onto the plane.
That's just get its own plane.
I think you'd have to.
The horse was later revealed to be a service animal called Flirty, and even had its own Instagram and Twitter account.
The animal's name is Flirty.
Why?
That is a dumb name.
And also making, I hate when people do that. Like, make Twitter and Instagram accounts for their fucking big, like, social media accounts for their fucking pets.
No one gives a shit about your dog. Stop it.
Yeah. Flirty and I took to the skies yesterday. It was a great experience, and I learned a lot. Flirty was fantastic and handled it like a pro. Hope the fucking horse is house trained. Hello, TC. Yeah. That being said, I'm going to keep traveling by car. It's just easier on Flirty. Flying will be reserved for emergencies and such.
It's not Pegasus. A horse should not fly.
Yeah, it's just too difficult to make sure Flirty doesn't inconvenience other passengers because the airport is smaller, the planes are smaller. You don't have solid bulkheads. Well, that's why you shouldn't take your fucking... Please keep in mind that this is a family-friendly channel. Please keep language to appropriate levels. I think that's really... I think you're in the wrong chat there, I think TC, you're in the wrong chat. I think you mean Chucker's chat for that.
Did he just copy and paste that from...
I like it, TC.
I think that belongs in Chucker's chat, not mine. I thought he couldn't help hoisting the seat of a person in the last row in first class every time she moved.
Yeesh.
Once we got up to a cruising altitude, she took a nap and was very quiet. She had to rebalance quite a bit when ascending and descending and kept bumping in the back of the seat through the curtain bulkhead. Last year, Southwest Airlines also announced they would allow miniature horses as service animals onto flight. However, Delta Airlines has banned any emotional support animals on flights over 8 hours. Yeah, I can see why.
I'm going to be nice.
World, Hong Kong.
I just want to emotional support Water Bear. They're cute. Also, they're indestructible, so...
Emotional support Honey Badger.
Well, in case there's snakes on the plane, Honey Badger will take care of that right fast and in a hurry.
It's useful.
Hey, any animal that gets bit by a venomous snake goes to sleep for a few hours and can sleep it off has my respect.
They're also one of the animals that no matter where you grab it, it will bite you. Or it can bite you. It's just...
Are you talking of snakes?
No, honey badgers. They have such...
You mentioned snakes. It was segue.
No. Honey badgers eat snakes. They eat
Speaking of
cobras.
snakes,
Farmer finds python regurgitating 40 kilogram goat after swallowing it whole. The man found a 4-meter long python with a bulging stomach lying lying on a hill near his goat farm in Annex County in China's Fujian province. Yeah. Glenwell for crying out loud, yep, Hong Kong. I imagine they're so mean, but so are raccoons. They don't look that bad, to be fair. He just looks a bit fat, that's all. It's a chubby snake.
Echo didn't agree with him.
I thought just
All
most
right,
of the
so
time
who's gonna go? So who's gonna go for the low lying fruit on this joke?
If that goat should have stayed away from the python. Yeah, should have done.
Okay, I guess I will. So what happened? Did the python taste the Muslim semen?
Just about.
Yep.
Bizarre footage shows the moment a 4-meter long python regurgitates a goat after swallowing a whole.
how else is a python going to swallow it? You can't hold a knife and fork.
Villagers from Guangzhou, Fujian, and southeast China said the snake had spent hours vomiting up the animal and had to help by pulling its tail and massaging its stomach. Sheriff Mr. Yao, who claimed he had lost 20 goats since the beginning of the year, found the snake wrestling on a hill near his farm as he searched for one of the missing animals. His stomach is completely bloated. I'm sure it must have eaten one of my goats. Well, you know what? Just a free meal to him, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of impressive, though.
Yeah, that is kind of impressive. It's
Like,
either a
managing to
small goat or a big snake.
Well, I said it was 40 kilograms.
Yeah.
What's the python called? Monty.
Big snake.
So why is there only 4 people watching this? 2 more people watching this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know most expand, but that's still kind of a
He says, "Was the python's name Monty?"
That's still kind of impressive, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mr. Young called the forest police and asked for villagers to help. He pulled his tail to a higher ground so we can regurgitate it. So we can regurgitate the goat easily. It took about half an hour to regurgitate. It took about an hour to regurgitate.
That
That was very pleasant. I was saying, what was even the point, though? Because I imagine it's probably dead by then.
Yeah, I don't think snakes usually regurgitate what they have unless they get like scared or freaked out. Waste of however long it took to get the goat down its gullet.
Yeah, the goat's probably dead. There's no point. What are they going to do? Like clean it and try and sell it for meat or something? Like, that'd be your best option. The reptile was forced to throw up the 40 kilogram goat as footage revealed the dead animal's legs and then his body and his head. So yeah, it did die. So why even bother trying to return it to you then? You know, just left it for what good it was. And the python
Like
was
I said, they probably freaked the snake out so it regurgitated its food to, try to get away.
Latham was later taken away by forest police officers and brought to Annex temporary wild animal shelter. He'll be released to nature later as pythons are considered endangered and a protected species in China. I was probably just should have let just eat its meal, to be honest.
Yeah.
I would have done. That made more sense.
I don't know. Maybe he waited the goat to get or the snake so he can kill and eat the snake. Weird possibility, but a possibility nonetheless.
I guess so. Vegan who tried to sue neighbors over barbecue smell loses court appeal. What kind of fucking weird individual doesn't like the smell of a barbecue?
No
Apparently
bullshits here.
vegans.
What?
A vegan woman who tried to stop neighbors barbecuing meat in their back gardens has had a court appeal rejected by a judge. If it's that big a problem for her, why didn't you just leave and move somewhere else? Yeah, move to the countryside or something.
Mm-hmm.
So
Where those yes, please move to the country where all those animals you're trying to protect will kill you.
Yep.
Just saying.
Especially seeing as this is Australia. So
Exactly. Well, hell, everything tries to kill you in Australia.
Yep.
Even the stuff that can't kill you still want to.
I'm not gonna try anyway. The garden claimed wafting smells of cooked meat and cigarette smoke from next door caused an undue offence. Also complained of noisy children playing outside. I live on the internet box. And she couldn't enjoy her backyard anymore. Well, move.
That sounds like a you problem.
Exactly, yeah, just move somewhere
Thank you, blind girl.
I'm not blind, girl. Can bench
No. Yeah, let her say that's a you problem.
So has anyone heard from her today?
She was in Trucker's Chat a tad bit ago.
I think she said she's working on a video. So, hello, Random Internet Box.
It's been devastating. It's been turmoil. It's been unrest. I haven't been able to sleep. Okay, I'm pretty sure this doesn't happen during the night. I mean, unless he like works night shift or something. Like, this really can't be that big a problem for you. And the massage therapist from Perth, Australia, lost a state administration tribunal case in February. And now she's been dealt a second blow after her appeal was thrown out by court. Miss Gordon also demanded nearby passengers dim their patio lighting and keep their pets quiet. Not to put so many plants in the common garden. See, that demand to just buy your own plot of land and do what you want with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop telling your neighbors what to do. An appeal submitted on the 29th of March was rejected on the 29th of July by Chief Justice Peter Quinlan, who said the 400 pages of evidence were well in excess of anything that might fall to be proportionate to the issues. I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, how is it really that bad that you need 400 episode? Yeah, Miss Carden was given a fair opportunity to present her case. I learned the tribunal member conducted the proceedings fairly and appropriately. The tribunal in February said it did not accept the parents letting their children play in their back gardens or using the patio to ride scooters constitutes a reasonable nuisance. Nah, yeah, I would agree with that. I'd say it sounds like a you problem. Yeah, what they're doing is living in their backyard and their home as a family. They said one of the families had moved the barbecue in an attempt to square things over with Miss Carden. She also stopped using the patio and had stopped using the patio at night. Miss Carden told the reporter she plans on taking additional legal action. I'm sure she's going to end up wasting their money again. It's fine because she's vegan, so therefore I don't really care too much.
Hmm.
Do-do-do-do.
Do.
We're down to 6 viewers now. Let's see, just looking there. I probably guess it's been a pretty fucking slow news day. I might as well know that much.
I think most days are nowadays. Lately, the world has been less trying to kill each other and trying to kill everybody. I like this.
ISIS rigs cows with explosives in failed attack on Iraqi forces. Group has lost ability to recruit young people and would-be suicide bombers. Instead, they're using cattle.
It's a moo boom.
So basically, instead of
that's an idea for a restaurant, Boom Burger.
Oh, Moonburger.
I think you can technically cook with explosives. I'm gonna have to learn how to do this.
I wouldn't recommend you do that.
I am smart enough to be safe, just not smart enough, and just dumb enough to try it. Also, I don't have any explosives.
Don't have to try it. You're smart enough to be safe. It's a different thing entirely. ISIS militants reportedly rigged cows. Hello, Crappie. Who exposes an attack on Iraqi forces in what's thought to be the first time the group has weaponized cattle. The 2 cows were strapped with explosives belts, and were heading towards a military checkpoint in the Yala province where Iraqi soldiers opened fire and blew them up, according to a report on the Kurdish language Rudar News website. One civilian was injured in the attack last week, according to the report. Local official Sadiq Husseini spec ops suicide cows. What's quoted as saying that the incident shows that the group has lost the ability to recruit young people and to be suicide bombers. Instead, they're using cattle. I guess it makes sense. I mean, they probably do a lot more damage.
It makes sense. It's silly, but it makes sense.
Then again, it's also How the hell are you supposed to get a cow into look, a cow in the building is going to be harder to get in than a man just with something shoved on his back, isn't it?
Yeah.
Probably.
How are you supposed to get the cow in? Unless maybe you were going to try it in India or something where cows are pretty much allowed anywhere, but this is just this plan was flawed from the start.
Apparently, the idiots are getting desperate.
Yeah, by the sounds of it, yeah. Now, here's an idea. Let's fucking stick a load of explosives up a cow's arse and then try and get it into a building. That's gonna work. ISIS have been rebuilding in Iraq, following the loss of its caliphate. Diyala province, that is. It's in a spate of attacks in recent months. Despite ongoing military operations by the Iraqi forces and the US-led coalition set up to defeat ISIS. A lot of cows are in urban areas, so the amount of people you kill is limited. That's what I was like, yeah. Like I said
All
earlier,
right, it's going to have to be said.
well,
And the American left is worried about the cows farting.
Explosive diarrhea.
What the hell is this going to do to climate change?
Well,
yeah,
at
right
least
here.
that particular crowd won't be farting anymore.
No, it's really gonna be constipated.
Well, after a bomb goes off, you wouldn't be doing much of anything anymore.
And you run out of that box, like I said, either they're gonna have to somehow try and move the cows into the city to kill more people, or they're gonna kill a small amount of people in the country. It doesn't make sense. If only the cow fucker from the last time was near the test site. Yeah. The province is home to a mixed population of Kurds, Sunnis, and Shias, and is at the centre of a dispute between the Kurdish regional government and Iraq, which both claim ownership. ISIS has taken advantage of the territorial dispute to re-establish itself in the area. According to a report from the Institute of Study of War earlier this year, ISIS holds a durable support zone in the south of the province and has increased its attack tempo against security forces, local tribal figures, and commercial sites. I don't know, my laptop is overheating. I'll be back. If you're here, after it cools down, it's scaring me. I'll probably still be here. I'm going for about at least another hour. Last week, 2 Iraqi forces were reportedly killed by snipers in the town of Fallon. It is not unheard of for military groups to use livestock in attacks. Research charity Action on Armed Violence has recorded 6 incidents of donkey-borne IED since 2010, which have killed a total of 14 people. All the incidents were in Pakistan and Afghanistan. The attempt to use cows and security forces may be the first time ISIS have used cattle in its operations, but on at least one occasion used dairy products to smuggle explosives. I just thought of something actually.
Hmm.
You think of service like that? No, it's a terrible idea. Because I reckon you could like this guy just said was a blind person and say like this is your guide dog, but then I remember they don't really like blind people over there, so just ask that. And disavow myself.
Good call.
The attempt to use cows to attack security forces may be the first time ISIS just got on its operations, but it has on at least one occasion used dairy products to smuggle explosives. Lebanese authorities have thwarted a plan by ISIS in December last year to carry out bomb attacks during the country's parliamentary elections. The military group smuggled explosives from Syria in buckets of cheese, used in attacks against places of worship, military targets, and gatherings of Christians. But a 10-month police surveillance operation codenamed Lethal Cheese uncovered the plot. They're not very smart, are they? I mean, if they thought that wouldn't work, if that didn't work, how the fucking hell are they thinking this is going to work? If trolling is illegal, I would be in trouble. Well, I'll be able to get to that later on.
You know how cheese and Muslims are alike?
I'm going to have to do that, aren't I?
You're probably going to want to on this.
Okay, go on.
All right, cheese and Muslim brides. Best when aged no more than 9 years.
This is how fucking hell. The opinions expressed on failing at reading the news is not necessarily opinions expressed. It's not necessarily opinions held by the host himself.
I don't know these people.
I disavow myself over that.
Yeah, you probably should.
I'm going with my I don't know these people. They promised me cake for being here. Also, Portal is a nice game. Freaking cake's always a lie.
Yeah, you wanted to get where you were before in Portal, then.
I've played through the second one. I haven't played through the first one yet. I need to actually do that one of these days.
Rose the red, Vias the blue. I'm going to jail, and so are you. Yeah, probably more than likely. Lots of disavowing going on. There's disavowing going on in every stream. Boy 17 goes blind because of vitamin deficiency caused by years of eating only chips, Pringles, and white bread and sausage.
No, it wasn't his diet. He was fapping too much.
Well, he's a teenager. If a 17-year-old boy who lived on chips, Pringles, and processed ham has gone blind because of lack of vitamins in his diet. The fussy teenager from Bristol, who is now 19, hadn't eaten a fruit or vegetable in a decade.
Sounds like the parents' fault.
Even then, there's sometimes only so much you can do, though, isn't there?
That's when you go, boy, you either eat this or it's going up your ass.
Been told that a few times, have you?
No.
Whereas if you eat this, you get nothing.
Eat it for dinner or eat it for breakfast, boy.
His only daily meal was a portion of chips, which was accompanied by crisps, deep fried sausages, and the occasional ham sandwich. This is what happens when you say no. The unnamed student who has had to drop out of studying IT at college was deficient in several key vitamins, including vitamin B12, copper, and vitamin D. Fair enough over here. He slowly lost his sight over the course
Hello,
of
RBA.
course of 3 years, starting when he was 14 due to a condition known as neurological optic neuropathy. Because he was normal height and weight but lacked vital nutrients caused irreversible damage to the nerve of the back of his eyes, leaving him registered blind. They say the parents are paying for this. Never mind. Been redacted. I become very isolated. When I was little, I'd go out to play football with my friends. I'm too frightened to do that now. I mean, you still can't. I mean, there is actually blind football teams. Blind football is a thing.
I really regret saying this, but that'd be the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, but you're thinking of American football, though.
No, I'm thinking about you can't see anything.
Yeah, the way it works, the ball has like a bell in it, so you know where the ball is, roughly.
I guess it kind of reminds me of they did something. Some scientist did this one time to a bunch of football players, soccer. Same thing. Play a soccer game or game. These weird goggles on them that shifted their perception by like 5 degrees. That's it, just like 5 degrees. And they were running all over the place because they just couldn't see right. Now, imagine if they couldn't see at all. Like I said, that'd be funny as hell. God damn, I'm being an asshole today.
Oh, well, blind javelin is cool. Making small paragraphs on the phone is a pain. And according to Cryptic, I love man tits.
Hello, Cryptic.
Hello.
And hello, Cryptic. Fucking hell. We don't want a death on stream. Although getting a death on stream would be more. No, Cryptic, I don't love your tits. He believes that doctors pleaded for
Somebody
advice.
likes their damn car horn. That was not me.
Could have helped him earlier by providing help with his diet. Once the other began to question our progress stage. Asked for help, they didn't listen to me. One way, it's kind of your own fault for your diet, but then I guess it's also your parents' fault as well. And his mum, who quit her job at a pub to look after him, told the Telegraph his sight went down real fast, to the point where he is now legally blind. He has no social life to speak of now. After leaving school, he got into college to do a course in IT. But I had to give it up because he could not see or hear anything. See, why didn't the Daily Mail say that before then? So he's both deaf and blind then. I'm going to assume we lost a tracker, did we? That kind of sucks then, doesn't it?
A bit.
Because it just said that he went blind. It never said that he went deaf. Apparently, it says he can't see or hear anything. So yeah. I bet he can play good. I bet he can play a good pinball though. Ding. Where's
There are
Skittles?
no
Where's Skittles?
distractions. Can't hear no buzzers and bells.
He would love to have a job, but he's not been able to find anything he can do. I had to quit my job in a pub. Now I'm meant to look after him full time. The optic nerves are made up of millions of fibers and are responsible for transferring visual information from the retina to the brain. Nutritional optic neuropathy is a slow, painless process. Slow, painless condition that sees a gradual decrease in vision. It's sometimes accompanied by color vision dysfunction and if left untreated, leads to permanent blindness. B vitamins found in whole foods and leafy vegetables are vital to maintain good eyesight. Yeah, that's why you eat carrots a lot. Medics at Bristol Eye Hospital revealed the tale of in the Annals of Internal Medicine case report. Really mean annuals, I guess. I don't know. Its lead author, Dr. Denises, told Mail Online he'd only eaten chips, Pringles, sausages, and other processed foods since he was primary school age. It's the most serious case I've ever seen of blindness caused by junk food. He clearly wasn't getting enough. He was clearly getting enough calories, but not enough nutrients. When the problem started, he seemed on the outside like a healthy 14-year-old boy. You mean a healthy 14-year-old boy, Daily Mail. His family actually bought him the chips because if he didn't eat them, then he wouldn't eat anything. He tried hard to introduce fruit and vegetables and fruit into his diet. How do you fuck up that badly? And he's now registered blind and can only read the top letter on the optician chart. He also has a blind spot in the middle of his eyes. Well, according to some people, that's enough vision to function. Well, according to some people, you wouldn't be blind at all then. He maintains peripheral vision, so he's able to navigate, but has caused permanent damage to his optic nerve, which can't repair itself. Since the teenager has not changed his diet, but receiving treatment for an eating disorder and taking vitamin supplements. You think if you got this bad, you would eventually change your diet afterwards, wouldn't you?
Apparently, they're not encouraging him to change his diet, giving him vitamin supplements. Tell him, yeah, no, there's nothing we can do. You're going to have to change your diet.
How is he going to order his McDonald's meal with such bad eyesight? I'm not assuming he knows what he wants, it to be fine.
You just go up to the McDonald's employee, go, I want 2 number 9s, another 9 large. Oh, crap, I can't remember that whole list. It's been a while since
if you know what you want, it's not going to be a problem, is it?
Just go, give me a sandwich. What kind of sandwich? Any kind of sandwich.
Avoid initially going to his GP at the age of 14 complaining of tiredness. Test showed he had anemia and wasn't producing enough red blood cells to meet his body's needs. He was treated with vitamin injections and advised to eat a varied diet with plenty of meat, fruit, and vegetables. There should be a chemical in the Pringles. Who knows for sure? Yeah, nobody knows. When his symptoms failed to subside, he began experiencing hearing loss and impaired vision by the age of 15. Puzzled Venix carried out a number of tests on the boy who had a normal BMI and was not taking medicine, but no cause was found. By 17, the patient's vision had become progressively worse to the point of blindness. Further medical checks discovered he had a vitamin B12 deficiency and low copper selenium levels, telltale signs of nutritional optic neuropathy. By the time he was diagnosed with the condition, the patient had become permanently blind. He was prescribed nutritional supplements that corrected his deficiencies and was referred to mental health services for his eating disorder. Obesity and cancer patients are normally those that most at risk of suffering from the condition. As long as I can maintain my anesthesia and I put up with the diet. Oh, anorexion. Yeah, that's what fucking Viagra's for. Poor nutrition can also permanently damage the nervous system, partially vision, purely vision. Purely dietary causes are rare in developed countries, although the offers no. Right in the case study, they said junk foods are nutritionally poor, but energy dense and cheap. Hence, high energy diets correlate with high BMI, low socioeconomic status, and poor health. Plus, eating as restricted to junk food can causes multiple neurological deficiencies as an eating disorder. Avoidant restricted food intake disorder is a relatively new diagnostic entity, but anorexia nervosa is not driven by weight or shape concerns. Onset is in middle childhood with lack of ingest in foods, heightened sensitivity to food textures, and fear of consequences of eating. Yeah, if you're gonna say, don't live on Pringles and stuff then. But remember, you can eat as much crap as you want, and you can still be healthy. According to whom exactly? Yeah, please remember to like the stream and share the stream as well.
Only thing to say about that is Amber Lynn Reed.
Yep.
Oh, she's so fat. She's so fat. She has to like take 3 tries and has a hard time stepping up on a damn scale.
Try to break the scale. You would break the scale,
Yeah. I mean, that's why she stands on 2 scales. Takes both and adds them together.
Yeah, pretty much. Everything in moderation, yeah. Yeah, we are. Fast food customer pulls out gun on Popeye stuff after they run out of chicken sandwiches.
They ain't that good.
He demands manager make one anywhere. Fast food customer was apparently so disappointed in a restaurant had run out of chicken sandwiches after he pulled a gun and demanded staff make him one anyway. Anyway, speak your weight scales told Emily and me to fuck off. The meat lover whipped out a weapon in the branch of Popeyes in the US city of Houston. He was among a group of men and women who threatened staff upon learning of the shortage. I wonder if these people were a certain type of complexion.
What the hell is going on down in Texas?
They're running out of chicken, that's what's going on there.
Yeah, but Jesus, I mean, well, now we know why that guy went on the rampage the other day. They ran out of chicken sandwiches.
When the manager told them they were out, one of the males became upset and pulled a pistol and demanded a chicken sandwich. Lieutenant Larry Crossin of Houston Police Department said in a statement. An apparent loss of what to do, the manager again informed they were out of sandwiches. Who's thinking of the film Falling Down right now? Never seen it. And the point the group left and drove off in a 4x4 vessel. No shots were fired during the incident on Monday night. The police said they're reviewing CCTV footage and actually hunting the suspect. Like I said, I wonder what complexion he was. I'll tell the full story. There may be an idea.
I'll go ahead and disavow that just in case.
I never implicitly said it. I just said it was.
Yeah, I know.
Time for the titular article.
I can say I've been known to enjoy Popeyes from time to time.
Mother arrested in front of her children for calling trans woman a man on Twitter, and Twitter is charged with trolling.
Oh, they're still fussing about that shit.
So yeah, over here you're not even allowed to troll people anymore. So if you call someone who is technically biologically a man, you'll get thrown in jail for it. Isn't this place a fantastic place to live? Police have charged the mother with trolling after she referred to a transgender man as a man. When Katie Scott Howe was arrested in December, Boris Johnson criticised the move as an abusive manpower and police facilities. I agree. And what you feel like fucking violent crime on the rise and like, oh no, someone said someone mean on Twitter, therefore we must arrest them instead. It's far easier. Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
But now Mrs. Scott, 38, will face magistrates on charges of making malicious communications over social media. Comments about trans campaigner Stephanie Hayden. The Crown Prosecution Service said she had been charged with persistent messages designed to cause annoyance, inconvenience, or needless anxiety. From the person between September 2018 and May 2019. Has no one ever heard of a blog button or anything though? What kind of fucking place do we live in where fucking someone said this mean thing on Twitter, therefore we might be arrested? Pathetic. We almost arrested Miss Scott at home in Hitchin, Herefordshire. In December last year, as her then 2-year-old daughter and 20-month-old son looked on. She was questioned to She was taken to the police station where she was detained in a cell for 7 hours before being questioned. And the details of Mr. Scotto's case were revealed. In the Mail on Sunday in February, Mr. Johnson criticised an arrest when violent crime is on the rise. Writing a newspaper called Mr. Johnson said, then a backbench Tory MP asked, "Is this really the right way to fight crime? This is what our brave police officers signed up to do. Yeah, just to fight complete fucking non-crimes. And people's feelings getting hurt there. That's far more important than people getting stabbed on the streets, obviously." Are you telling me that this is a sensible ordering of priorities when violence on the streets would seem to be getting out of control? Well, according to them it is, yeah. We don't care if someone dies as long as someone's feeling gets hurt. That's the main thing. We must arrest the person who hurt someone's feelings.
Words are not violence.
Yeah. Last night, a CPS spokesman said the charge against Scotto had been authorised on the 21st of August after reviewing a file of evidence from Hertfordshire Police relating to social media posts. She's due to appear in Stevenage Magistrates Court on the 18th of September. Her case comes 6 months after Britain's first transgender hate crime prosecution was halted by a judge who declared there is no case and never was a case. Well, at least there's some judges out there that have some common sense. Miranda Yardley, 51, says she's prepared 10 months of hell after being accused of harassing a transgender activist on Twitter. You know what happened is she probably disagreed with her opinion. That's what that'll be what happened there.
Mm-hmm.
Disagree with that person's opinion, therefore it constitutes harassment and you must be arrested for it. Finally, actually finished content is terrible, but it's there. Fair enough. Yeah, but District Judge John Willard dismissed the case after a one-day hearing at Basildon Magistrates Court in Essex, saying there is no evidence of a crime. When it uploads. Canadian internet isn't that great, is it? So yeah, we live in a world where tweets now constitute as a fucking crime. This is a fucking direct cult of violence. You should not be arresting anybody for this shit. Fucking retarded.
This is what happens when everybody gets participation trophies.
Everyone wants to be their own little special snowflake.
Mm-hmm.
This is the way things are. Where are we? Anyway, so we got Americans on here. We can talk about guns again.
Do what?
Since there's Americans on here, we can talk about guns.
Okay.
Yeah, Walmart to stop selling some types of ammunition.
They already sold. They already handgun ammunition.
Yeah.
They're caving to pressure, and there are loopholes like a hell on this. Go ahead. Go ahead.
A company asked shoppers to not openly carry weapons, even where illegal even were legal after a series of mass shootings. Walmart says it'll discontinue the sale of handgun ammunition and also publicly request the customers refrain from opening carry farms. Yeah, that's a thing, isn't it? Opening carry farms. There you go, Blanco. You can have that clip. You can start paying for these, you know. Yeah, Walmart says it'll discontinue the sale of handgun ammunition and also publicly request the customers refrain from openly carrying firearms in stores where the state allows it. I mean, they are a private business. They don't want to allow that. That's
Well, the problem is most of the not that many people, not that many serious shooters buy ammunition from Walmart anyway. To be fair, a lot of the ammunition they sell is junk.
I wouldn't know.
There's a brand ammunition. It's manufactured in Mexico. They use steel casings instead of brass, and it's horrible on a weapon. I mean, it smokes like it smokes horribly.
Smokes like it's black powder.
It's Tul ammo. TUL ammo is the brand name. It's horrible. But the thing is, Walmart's caving to pressure. But then on top of that, Walmart has always been one of the kings of doublespeak, because they're sitting here now saying, well, we're not going to sell a handgun ammunition. Well, a lot of popular handgun rounds, there are rifles in that round, it chambered in, those calibers. So they just say, this isn't handgun ammunition, it's rifle ammunition. Bada bing, bada boom, you're done. But the problem is, when it comes to Walmart, roughly only a third of Walmarts that sold guns 10 years ago still sells them. They've caved more and more to pressure.
Unless they surveil, they're not bad yourself.
No, it's not any big shocker.
Yeah, it's not really. Eventually,
Yeah,
they'll just stop
they're
selling
not.
guns altogether, won't they?
What's that?
Eventually, I think what will happen is they'll just stop selling guns altogether.
Yeah, which, to be blunt and honest, I mean, most firearms they sold. Now they don't sell pistols. I've never seen a Walmart that sells pistols. It's all been long guns. But then, on top of that, yeah, some of them are all right, some of them not so much. But for the most part, it's usually beginners level weapons. You go get your kid a 22 to plink with. You go to Walmart and do it.
Yeah, so if you wanted like a proper weapon, you'd have to go to an official like gun store, basically.
Right. And the thing is, it's just the way the laws are on it. It's a huge hassle for Walmart to sell weapons anyway. So, I mean, a lot of Walmart's been kind of slowly working on getting out of it anyway. So
Yeah, the announcement just
now,
sorry.
Now as far as them asking customers to stop openly carrying, put that sticker on the door. Put that sticker on the door that says I'm not allowed to, or bite me.
Yeah, the announcement comes just days after the mass shooting claimed 7 lives and deaths at Texas and follows 2 other back-to-back shootings last month, one of them at a Walmart store. The Bentonville, Arkansas-based discounter said on Tuesday it would stop selling short barrel and handgun ammunition after it ran out of its current inventory and would discontinue handgun sales in Alaska, marking its complete exit from handguns and allowing for it to focus on hunting rifles for related ammunition only. and related ammunition only.
They haven't really had any small caliber weapons since the whole 22 long rifle shortage several years back anyway, so you're not breaking my heart, Walmart.
And people just go somewhere else.
Yeah,
It's not really solving anything.
not really, no.
How many of the guns used in mass shootings were actually bought at Walmart anyway?
Nope.
None.
It's virtue signaling, and in Walmart's case, they're caving to pressure.
I suppose you get what you pay for. Unless
Yeah.
that gun was fired a shot in the air in city ordinance. If it's taking Michigan Air, give you a gun. So I had to get my gun. Still pissed about it. We have a long heritage of as a company serving responsible hunters and sportsmen and women. We're going to continue to do so, according to a memo by Walmart CEO Doug Milligan. They also circulated to employees on Tuesday afternoon. Walmart is further requesting that customers refrain from openly carrying firearms at stores unless they are law enforcement officers. Last month, a gunman entered Walmart store in El Paso, Texas, and killed 22 people using an AK-style firearm, which apparently wasn't an AK-style firearm, from what I've heard.
It was an AKA-looking firearm. It was a scary-looking gun. Once I found out the brand of it, yeah, if you didn't know what to look for, it does kind of sort of look like an AK.
I would know. I don't know much about guns, so. I thought it usually comes to the gun stores. I usually just get the Americans to talk about it.
Trust me, you get Skittles and myself on here at the same time. We'll probably sit talk guns, leave y'all in the dust where you're scratching your head, going, "What?"
Yeah. Hey, sale Walmart already banned. Texas became an open carry state in 2016, allowing people to openly carry firearms in public. Walmart moves that will reduce its market's share of ammunition from around 20% to a range of about 6% to 9%, according to Thursday's memo. So basically, what they're essentially doing here is lowering their profits. That's what's going to happen there. You can sell some stuff, you're going to lower some of your profits.
It's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt their profits, considering they've been so damn wish-wash about anything actually firearms related. Nobody who's serious goes there to buy it anyway.
Mind you, I can still buy a weapon. One shot in the air and say limit, you get in trouble.
Actually, there you go, Scotty. The last time I was at Walmart and actually sought out weapons, I was in a stream yards with you, walking through a Walmart, and I was looking to hold up my phone and say, "Yep, see, there's some guns."
Yeah, I know, I've seen that. The country's largest retailer has been facing increasing pressure to change its gun policies by gun control activists, employees, and politicians after the El Paso shooting. An unrelated shooting in Dayton, Ohio. It killed 9 people a few days before 2 Walmart workers were killed by another worker at a store in South Haven, Mississippi. In the aftermath of the El Paso shooting, Walmart ordered workers to remove video game signs and displays. They had to pick violence from stores nationwide. But that fell well short of demands for the retailer to stop selling firearms. And finally, the critics have also warned Walmart to stop supporting politicians backed by the National Rifle Association. The retailer has long found itself in an awkward spot when it comes to customers and gun enthusiasts. Many of its stores are located in rural areas where Hunters depend on Walmart to get their equipment. Walmart's trying to walk a fine line by seeking to embrace its hunting heritage while being a more responsible retailer.
Wasn't the founding heritage to sell things only only made in the U.S.?
What, of Walmart?
Yeah.
That's one of the things Sam Walton was all about. Yeah, but unfortunately, Sam Walton's been dead for several years. Decades. Straight Sith. I can't remember the exact brand name. I want to say it was a Russian brand. Kind of like if how do I explain it? Say you take the Beretta carbine and a High Point 9mm carbine. Compare those two. It's kind of the same thing where if you didn't know the difference, they'd look the same. So I can't remember the exact make and model of it, but it's mainly because of the furniture and using a 7.62 by 39, causing it to causing the clip to be the whole banana clip thing. It kind of sort of looks like an AK if you didn't know what you're looking at. So gas tube across the top of the barrel, that whole thing.
While its new policy on open carry, McMillan noted in his memo that individuals tried to make a statement by carrying weapons into his stores just to frighten workers and customers. But he also added that there are well-intentioned customers who are acting lawfully, but have inadvertently caused a store to be evacuated by local law enforcement to be called to respond. That's stupid though, because if they're not breaking any laws, then I kind of sound they're literally fucking pointing at people saying, "Hey, look at this."
The people carrying around the prove a point were kind of silly and overboard about it. I have not walked into a Walmart without a weapon. The only time I walk into a Walmart that without my weapon on me, it's where I can't have my weapon by law. So it's never even raised an eyebrow. Nobody's even noticed.
Yeah. And he said Walmart will continue to treat law-abiding customers with respect and will have a non-confrontational approach. Walmart says it hopes to use this way to help other retailers by sharing its best practices, such as software that uses for background checks in a company which in 2015 stopped selling assault rifles like AR rifles used in several mass shootings. There is more debate on reauthorization of the assault weapons. McMillan says Walmart will send letters to the White House and congressional leadership to calls on these common sense measures. In a complex
There's
situation,
no such thing as a common sense measure for gun control.
yep. In a complex situation lacking simple solutions, we are trying to take constructive steps to reduce the risk. Events like these will happen again, McMillan wrote in his memo. The status quo is unacceptable. The National Rifle Association was quick to criticize the retailers. Saying it's shameful to see Walmart succumb to the pressure of anti-gun elites. Over the 15 years, Walmart had expanded it beyond its hunting and fishing routes, carrying items such as assault rifles in response to increasing demand. But particularly since 2015, the coinciding with major public mass shootings, the company has made moves to curb the sale of ammunition and guns. Walmart announced in February 2018 they will no longer sell firearms and ammunition to people younger than 21, and also removed items resembling assault-style rifles from its website. Those moves are prompted by a mass shooting at a high school in Parkland, Florida that killed 17 people.
by somebody who was not by someone who was not allowed to own a weapon, yet managed to do it because of government failure.
Yeah, it's more of it's a mental health issue. It's not a fucking gun control issue.
It's not a gun control issue. That kid in Parkland passed the background checks, but he passed the background checks because Florida never reported it to the NICS.
In 2015, Florida, in 2015, Walmart stopped selling semi-automatic weapons like the AR-15 style rifle, the type used in a dating shooting. The retailer does not stock large capacity style magazines. Handguns except in Alaska are bump stocks. No, the AK style firearm that was used by the El Paso shooter. In the mid 90s, Walmart stopped selling handguns with the exception of Alaska.
I've never seen a Walmart selling handguns. Yeah, to be blunt and honest, can we be fair about something real quick?
What?
Okay. Most Americans, you will definitely admit, you grab an American, Thunder, myself, Mr. Misanthropic, the Sinatra, you would sit and come to us to talk to us about guns, right? Because obviously enough, we know guns. We would know guns better than, a Brit, correct?
Yeah, that's why when it comes to guns, I usually just let you two talk about it for the most part.
Okay. All right. Now, Tesco, right? Say a Tesco, okay?
Yeah.
Say you go to a Tesco and you go up to whatever aisle they sell beer. Well, you got some 90-year-old little bitty sitting there very proud of her produce section. Would you trust her? And would you really sit and ask her, what would be the best beer for you if you just want to get completely blitzed?
No.
That's how it is at Walmart. Do you really want to be sitting there talking to a guy behind the counter at a Walmart, just trying to decide whether or not you're going to buy a rifle, when 5 minutes ago this guy was 2 departments over mixing paint? Definitely, that's why you never even want to go into a Walmart unless you know exactly what you're getting and they happen to have it. 9 times out of 10, when somebody goes to buy a weapon, they don't know exactly what kind they want. That's why some of the really big firearms shops actually have a large selection, and they will let you pick up and hold and feel every single one of them if you want to, just to get that one that feels just right in your hands, just for that one where the weight is just right, where it looks just right. The problem is, I'm not going to trust some kid who's back there assembling bicycles. I'm not going to sit and trust him, especially when they're not allowed to let you hold the guns and feel them.
Yeah, that's why you go to a specialized weapon shop.
Right. You go to an actual shop. If I want to go buy a pack of underwear and a bunch of bananas at the same time, I'll go to a Walmart. If I want to go buy a weapon, I will go to a gun dealer.
Yep.
But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong.
I can understand. I bought Scotty at Walmart. We don't have Walmarts over here, so good luck with that one.
Yeah. Random internet box. Assault weapon is a term that was coined in the 80s to scare people. There is such thing as an assault rifle, but any quote unquote assault rifle, anything that's made after 1986 is absolutely illegal for an American to own. Period. Anything manufactured before 1986, yeah, you can purchase. Good luck finding one.
I'd go for the phase plasma rifle, good enough for the Terminator. Man jailed for shouting Heil Hitler and Go have a sausage at a Jewish family in London. Probably shouldn't laugh at this, but it's hard to believe crimes like this are still being committed, prosecutors say. A man has been jailed for shouting 1, 2, 3 Heil Hitler at a Jewish family on a London bus.
Is Dank still in America?
I don't know. I don't know if this... Because I guess this has been going on for a long period. I guess I can understand why he got arrested, because that would count as harassment, wouldn't it? But
yeah, it would.
If it was just a one comment, then I'd have a problem with it. It was just a one comment. I don't think you shouldn't be arrested for it. It's just a one-off comment.
If it was a one-off comment, they should have just looked back to him and told him to grow up.
Yeah.
Sticks and stones, people. And considering the fact that, you know, if you're going to sit and get up in a wad about him saying 1, 2, 3, Heil, whatever, why don't you embrace the stereotype and say, okay, we'll be talking to your landlord. You'll be evicted tomorrow.
Yeah, he's gonna say, yeah, my neighbor's an Nazi.
Yeah, well.
Why did you brand him a Nazi? Because in this case, this would actually be valid to brand him a Nazi. David Aberney also told the family to go have a sausage sandwich during the anti-Semitic rap aboard the 149 bus in Hackney, which is in London. Didn't know. Police were told after Ahern even threatened to pull his trousers down in front of the children, and parents tried to prevent him getting off the bus, according to the Crown Prosecution Service. He said, Heil Hitler.
Heil Hilda. Oh, hi, Hilda. How are you? How's the kids?
Elaine Cousins, a senior Crown prosecutor in North London, said in a statement, "This was a cruel verbal attack on people simply going about their business. The following were subjected to extremely racist and offensive language during the tirade. I wouldn't say it's racist because Jewish isn't a race.
And actually, it kind of is.
No, because you can get Arab Jews as well.
Yeah, but aren't the European Jews still descended from the Arab Jews? Isn't there that whole ethnic Jew thing, like to where the actual ethnic Jews, there's some disease that's, you know, solely purely on them?
I don't know. Cryptic, he was in the clearance and marked down by 90%. Good old English name, Hilda. It's hard to believe that crimes like this are still being committed, unfortunately, for the victim and his family. Flagrant disregard and respect of other races and religions was exposed in the most offensive of displays. I don't really think. I probably wouldn't have arrested him. I don't know. Because this would technically count as harassment, wouldn't it? But at the same time, would this fall under free speech? I don't really know.
It can go either way.
I'll give you $2 for coffee. Coffee.
With this, like a lot of other things, it's
You're cutting out.
It's on the victim. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem
Give
with
me
it.
a moment.
That's the problem when it's on the victim. I know it.
Well, at least it was just my vape roboting.
So yeah, that's the problem when it's on the victim, though. Yeah, the incident was acutely distressing for the family and the wider Jewish community, some of whom were present. The way I see it, though, like, I think, to be honest, someone should just probably just punched him in the face and then just moved on. That'd be the end of it.
Yeah. Or hell, if he dropped his pants, just kick him in the balls.
Then again, if he was dropping his trousers, I can see why that would be a arrestable offence, because that's indecent exposure.
Something tells me it's kind of what they got him on with the indecent exposure, and then just tacked it on at the end.
Well, over here they could just get him done for hate crime. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, anti-Semitism has no place in our society, and the CPS will prosecute those who carry out hate crimes, where there's evidence to do so. Ahern of Taunton, 54 of Tottenham, admitted one count of religiously aggravating intentional harassment. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's deadly harassment, yeah. Back your internet, guys. Fair enough. I don't know. In most places, you would probably just got punched in the face and that'd be the end of it and probably thrown off the bus.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's why I think probably should have happened. Probably should, yeah. The incident took place on the 10th of July, and Ahern pleaded guilty on the 13th of August. He was jailed for 12 weeks at Wood Green Crown Court on Tuesday. I don't really know what to make of that, to be honest. Also, why are there only 7 likes on here? I feel like we should get more than 7 likes. Come on, people. So fucking disgrace.
Yeah. You know, it was a bad joke. It was a bad joke. The dude said the most offensive thing he could think of, which, honestly, dude, come up with something better. Really? But then the overreaction made it worse.
Yeah, I can give you that. Yeah, this is probably gonna be the last article of the day.
Okay. Sunder still here?
Yeah, he's muted. Oh, 8 likes, 2 dislikes. Ooh. Some people are edgy here. Yeah, you can get free holidays in Scotland for life if you can prove Nessie exists. You can live like a laird on holiday for life, but only if you can prove the existence of the Loch Ness Monster. And if you don't know what a laird is basically a Scottish word for like a head of a clan, basically.
Lord.
But like, essentially, yes, but like, that's also what they called the head of the clans as well.
Yeah.
The head of a clan, the head of a Scottish clan was known as a laird. Yeah, straight to mail, really. As tourist attractions go, the Loch Ness Monster is somewhat shy. After close to 100 years of people heading to Scotland to try and spot the exclusive beastie, I haven't had the word beastie in a while.
I think the last time I heard it was Jack Sparrow.
Conclusive evidence is thin on the ground, but there is little doubt that wherever she was officially proved to exist, interest would only increase. So, in effort to settle the debate for good, a holiday firm decided to offer an incentive. Snapship.com is offering members of the public free stays in Scottish residence for life if they can prove that the Loch Ness Monster exists.
Lovely.
Does this offer also include Scottish people as well, so I could just get a house on an island or something if I wanted to?
No. You gotta tell them Nessie exists. It's in the hearts and minds and all those truly Scottish people.
Wow, you're really gonna pull that old editorial from that old letter to the editor from the New York Times from 1908? Really? Really? A letter to the editor that he wrote about Santa Claus? Really?
Also, last time I saw the Loch Ness Monster, he asked for about $350.
Oh, Jesus.
I can't resist.
Aye, Honey Monster, but this time it's a big timorous beastie. Yeah, wee timorous beastie. More reward for something that will never happen. It's an advertisement thing more than anything, isn't it? So it is.
I believe so.
Snapship.com founder Matt Scott said we want to get our hands on as much evidence as possible to prove that the monster is real and give our customers yet another reason to visit the beautiful Scottish Isles. I don't want anything back for Scott. If you have any proof, please get in touch and let us know. Well, I wonder if that like fucking photo from like the 1930s that apparently shows Nessie will have. Like, I wonder if that's sufficient enough proof. It's like one of the evidence on a
I
case.
might have proof that. I might have proof Loch Ness. Let me wait till I get to the house. I'll check to see. I mean, it'd be locked up with the real footage of Bigfoot.
It's like one of the evidence on a case by case basis. Enough for the first 20 people to send in satisfactory proof, free trips. The firm were particularly interested in video footage, high-res photographs, and collaborating eyewitness accounts. The company also said independent eyewitness accounts from the same sighting would help, especially from people who don't know each other. Green lives matter. You wish
Yeah, they do.
You wish so. But the company's not optimistic, saying it's unlikely that 20 people will manage. And if you do win, people will be entered up to 5 stays a year at the company's properties with dates based on availability. If you're interested, you can submit your proof here. Okay, fair enough.
Gotta send him a picture of my nuts. Look, it's Loch Ness Monster.
You should probably do that and see how they respond.
You gotta get from like the back of the ball sack forward, like taken from the tank. So it's like all artsy and shit.
So what filter are you going to use? The sparkles?
Yes.
Crap. Probably be more believable if you grab a snake, throw his ass in the spin dryer, take his picture once he falls out.
I agree, there's a link for it in the chat.
Pass. Hard pass.
If you're not interested in it.
No, not really. At this point, I'm still interested in seeing how many dipshits show up in a couple weeks to Area 51.
Oh yeah, I want so totally definitely see that.
Anyway, we
How
should be
many
in
people will get shot?
this. We should be in this now. So, and we're going to finish the show.
Tomorrow will be a talkie type show with Phantom on my channel at
Cool.
10 a.m.
Trucker.
No dash cam tomorrow. Starting up again Thursday morning, 7:30 ish. Springfield, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and with that, it's going to be a stream. Stream same time tomorrow. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll help you well. You're all a bunch of guns. Goodbye.
Bye.
Later.